Hi, this is Philip, co-founder and CEO here at SalesWings, and I'm excited to show you part two of the SalesWings for Salesforce integration. And the goal today is that you understand the power of SalesWings and the power of the data you have available within the Salesforce CRM. You should watch this video before you go ahead and talk to your team and before you start actually configuring all the layouts and reports and all the other elements we enhance. Because today you're going to see SalesWings in action. You're going to see examples of lead views, account views, reports, and dashboards that you have available with our integration that will tremendously enhance your sales and marketing efficiency. I'd like to also mention we have a great support guide. So on the support desk, you find a lot of articles about Salesforce integration, which are really handy. Maybe you're working on this outside of the office hours. You also have the chat down here. You can always reach out to us. Absolutely no problem. Now, if we start on the macro level, SalesWings is really great to prioritize any kind of lead view, any kind of contact view, or any kind of report that your inside sales team or your sales team is working in. If a sales team receives a number of leads, whether they're inbound or they're marketing leads that you're nurturing, we have 3 to 4 elements available to prioritize such lists. Here we have the time of the last interest. So the time of the last interest is able to show a view on really the most recent activity and interest and be able to prioritize this view right here with most recent engagement. The predictive score is more interested in who's the strongest engaged right now, where is urgency, who's actively considering my company in a purchase decision. So this is great if you want to reduce speed to lead, you want to make sure there's more active selling time, quicker switching from one lead to the next. Here you can see the total point lead score. So the total point lead score is really your own definition of scoring and that you've built in with the rules. And it's another important element that you can add to the contact views, the lead views, or the reports. So total point lead score, predictive score, time of last visit, and we have a couple of others such as total number of website visits, depending on what is important to you. Now on the lead view, and I would like to mention, it's the same for leads, it's the same for contacts, and also it's the same for classical or lightning. So on the contact and lead layouts, you can bring in all these data points, which we have in custom fields, point lead score, since last visit, we got total number of website visits. We have the ability to mark a contact or lead as a favorite to get notified as soon as these people are coming back to the website. And then we also have a sales intelligence tile. The sales intelligence tile really provides every sales rep with the power to qualify a lead very, very quickly from an interest perspective and also optionally from a profile perspective. On all the contacts and leads, we also have the tags available. So the segmentation tags, very importantly, to build focused reporting, to understand which products or services is a lead or contact qualified for, which campaigns have they engaged in, which specific actions have they done that I'm interested in. You can even see very, very detailed every single activity that you can add to the lead and contact layout. And once again, how to configure this, you'll be seeing in part 3 of this video series. Moving on, a big trend in sales and marketing is account-based marketing and account-based prioritization. And SalesWings offers you here as well this intelligent view on who are my hottest accounts and gives you an understanding of the interest profile of these accounts. So here I have a list of accounts that is falling in my territory. Imagine this is a sales rep dealing with a certain number of strategic accounts. So SalesWings adds data
such as last account activity. So all of a sudden, I'm able to understand who are the last accounts who have engaged with my company, where we've seen interaction from contacts and interest in working with our business. So sales reps can easily prioritize the best accounts. And also, we provide what we call the total account score. So the total account score makes it easy to understand where are the most interested contacts within accounts. So you can set up contact scoring, and we're going to bring this up to the account to provide a crystal clear view on the most interesting opportunities. If we look at a specific account, now we're going to go a little bit into detail. We want to have a detailed view on an account's interest profile. So of course, here again, we have a section with the last account activity, the total point score. But if you're trying to understand what is the true interest of this account, we have the section about the account tags. Now this will make easily visible what is it this account is really interested in with a tag score. What do I need to sell to this account? But depending on how you're using these tags, and by the way, there's other helpful guides about how to use tags, you can understand so which account has performed specific actions, which campaigns has an account most engaged in, what are the topics an account is reading about, and really a true, very actionable and meaningful multiple lead scoring that allows you as well to report on the best accounts or most interested accounts for a specific product or service.
And now this leads me to a next step. This is fantastic data for reporting or to enhance any kind of reports that you already have. If you move over to reports and you go to all reports, you can simply type in SW. So all the fields and reports, they start with SW for your convenience. And so here you can see you can really build any kind of reports. For example, you may want to understand, okay, which accounts have interest in a specific product based on a tag that you've set within SalesWings. You may want to see every contact or lead that has performed a specific activity or that has come in through an AdWords campaign or any other email campaign. So this is the base for your own personal reporting, and we recommend to go through these a little bit and use them really as templates. So to save them, duplicate them, and then configure them to your liking. And we have two examples here. Here's a great report showing contacts who have received the tag Marketing Cloud because if we read, for example, an article about Marketing Cloud in our situation. So here, if you want to enhance a report, you could filter that by a segment, also known as a tag. We have also the time of the last visit of these contacts. We have the predictive score. We have the total point lead score. It's really the same as when you want to prioritize a lead view or a contact view. So it's time of last visit, predictive score, total point lead score as key prioritization metrics. You can also add total number of website visits, or you could, of course, then filter a contact view by a tag that they have collected.
This brings us to the next reporting on the account level. Again, you have the ability to focus on a set of accounts who have been tagged with a specific tag because they've engaged with a marketing campaign that you want to report on, because they have shown interest in a topic that is advertised on your website, because they show interest in a specific service or product. And I'd like to briefly mention the great thing about Salesforce reports is sales reps can also subscribe to them. So they can subscribe to a list of contacts or a list of accounts, and they can decide how frequently they'd like to get an email reporting straight to their email accounts about about people joining or accounts joining a specific report. So it's an effortless way to really keep an eye on specific activity and specific targets. Now, in this situation, we've got to tag Salesforce because these are, accounts who are showing interest in any topic related to Salesforce that we're talking about. Now, here we got two elements of prioritization. So we have, if you remember, the total account score, which gives an overview of the general interest in my company based on the overall interest of the contacts within these accounts. So it's an easy way to prioritize accounts based on general interest on a specific topic. Maybe I'm in a team that's responsible for that particular product. But now this brings us to the true multiple lead scoring of SalesWings. We have the so-called tag score. And the tag score will reveal in a very intuitive way who are the accounts that show the strongest interest in a specific product or service, or who has engaged most in a campaign that I've launched, and who's reading most about a topic. So it gives me a very clear prioritization of where I need to sell into and which accounts are the hottest. Now, when we talk about contact reporting around tags, keep in mind as well that this can be often used to use as a segmentation base for email marketing programs. And there's really no limits into how you can use this data to enhance your existing reporting as well.
What I'm looking at here is the SalesWings performance dashboard. This is a pre-installed dashboard. That's the last element of the package that we have today. This uses some of the reports as a base. So you have contacts by predictive score. So how many contacts are hot? How many contacts are normal currently or warm? And then of course you can dive into this. You can see your pipeline. So how many contacts have how many points or in which point group. So how many have 20, 30 points, 30, 50, etc., etc. And you can of course modify these reports based on your point scoring model. Here you can also see we got account-based readiness. So you can see, okay, how many accounts have currently hot contacts? Or in other words, who are my hottest accounts at this moment? You can have that same point group view on the account level. You can understand your audience by tag if you use them for segments. So you could do a report, for example, with all the email campaigns. You could tag your contacts when they engage with an email campaign or an AdWords campaign, and you could then do a report here showing you all your campaigns, and it'll show you which one was most successful and also which leads you've generated from that campaign. So the Salesforce performance dashboard is the last element that you can look at. So in summary, you can prioritize any kind of lead, contact, account, or reports using our data. You can provide sales teams with deep sales intelligence about leads and contacts. You can prioritize accounts as we've seen. You can segment accounts or contacts by their interest and by their level of interest in a specific product or service. You have a set of reports available you can use, and there's a lot of data available based on what you need. Now, the most important thing for you now as a team is to look at the way you're working today. What are my sales reps looking at? What are the reports that my sales reps are consuming that we need to use for prioritization, that we need to enhance? Which layouts are they looking at? And based on that, you can then move to video number 3, and part number 3 will cover how you can, in detail, configure all the different layouts with the fields. Thank you very much and have a great day.